Hi everyone, this is Dango. In this video, we are going to talk about how to use and how to build Renata in Langrisser Mobile. So I have to be honest, I don't have much experience with her. I don't plan to build her myself. One of the issue with Renenta is her faction kinda sucks. So the only two characters that can call faction buff for Renenta is Basil and Licorice. So although Iris can also call faction buff, but you guys know Iris don't really ever call faction buff. So this is a small problem. The other problem is her role is not super clear. She can be like assassin-like character, so you apply the skill here, the empowered dragon sail, then your opponent cannot get guarded for like 2 turns. And this skill essentially apply a ton of debuff to your opponent. And if they don't have a strong dispel, if they don't have Liana or Valor, then the debuff is not getting removed. Then the next turn you can jump in as Renenta to kill this character. So yeah, she's an assassin-like character, and also she is assassin-proof. So the way to build a Renenta is to use Ragnarok. You can use Azure Legend if you don't have Last Right. If you have Last Right, the armor should still be Last Right, and you use the Nature's Phaser Chrome, and also you use Bracer, right? So with this build, your Renenta is essentially assassin proof. Her defense is quite high. This is an A-level defense, and also the health point is pretty good. So if you have Bracer and the Last Right, usually you can survive one hit from assassin. And also the enchant that Renata usually use is Throne or Full Moon or Braids. So the most common enchant that I have seen in the Chinese server is Throne. For example, God K and the Demon Prince, which is from the Android server, two of the very strong and top level players. Both of them have been using Renata in one of their playoff match. I don't know if they are using Renenta to troll or just to like bully, but yeah, because in off the game, Renenta didn't really do much in the game, but they still win anyway. But yeah, never mind. Like the enchant that they are using, both of the player are Throne enchant, and both of them are using I think the Bracer build. One of the player are using Azure Legend because maybe it is because short of Last Right or something. The other is using Last Right. So this is really how the Chinese player built that. I also talked with my friend in a global server like Zelda, Straw, and they kind of agree with the build with like Throne build and using this kind of gear set. Sometimes, for example, Strauss recommend maybe you can use Wind Shin Guard, because usually if you have a lot of defense, this is already enough for you to survive assassin. So you don't really have to have the immune to fixed damage. And the other thing is that Renenta is going to gain extra life after jumping in. So basically, if you use the empowered dragon sail first on the target and his debuff is not getting removed, and then you use the 3C skill on it, no matter you kill it or not before you enter in the battle, you are going to gain 1 extra life. So the translation here is not super clear. The English is a little bit weird to me, but essentially what you get here is that you are going to get extra life. So before you enter in the battle, you are actually getting 1 extra life if your opponent have the Dragon Sail that applied from Reneta. So they can get Dragon Sail from the skill, the empowered Dragon Sail that we discussed, or if they are, if like Basil is doing AoE to you, they are attacking your friendly units near Reneta, they are also going to get this Dragon Sail. So basically, your Reneta jumps in and attack those units. Before entering the battle, you are going to get an extra life. So this makes Renenta even better in tanking assassins, because even assassin kills her first life, if Throne is triggered, then they are dead, right? Even if their like Throne is not triggered, she have extra life. So this is like essential, a very good counter to the opponent assassin. So this is basically how do Reneta work. You either actively apply this empowered dragon sail first and then try to snap, and then you gain extra life to tank the assassins or opponent attack, or you you try to counter AoE attack, like your opponent jumps in with AoE and then you can try to kill. Or like this is like Renata also counters juggler a little bit, because after opponent jumps in, they will get the passive sail. So if juggler get the passive sail, juggler is basically like you can try to kill juggler more easily. So she's kind of a juggler, she's kind of a juggler counter, but your opponent can also understand how Renata work and try to jump in with a better timing so that your Renata will not be super actively applying the debuff, or it could be like juggler jump could be a follow-up. So yeah, so overall I think Renata is an interesting character. You can try to assassinate, you can try to counter AoE a little bit, but I think your opponent also get a chance to plan out against Renata. And also, like, Dispel characters like Liana and Whaler are super great counter to Renata. And we know that the new healer coming into this game, the Empire healer, Resolcel, I think that's her name. Yeah, so she has all the immune to any kind of debuff, so which is a great counter to Renenta. Although that character is designed to counter AoE and debuff mostly, but Renenta, although being a single target unit, but she really relies on her special debuff, so that is kind of countered at the same time. So yeah, I'm not sure how strong Renata is gonna to be in Apex Arena. Personally, I'm not going to build her, but yeah, we will see if any of the global players have enough love, then they will build Renata. So yeah, the most recommended build, I think the Enchant, I'm going to say it again, the most recommended Enchant is gonna be a Throne Enchant, so build her in the assassin proof way. She really don't have trouble to attack. She has a ton of damage increase when attacking with the help of Ragnarok, Break the Last Right. Usually you would find an easy time to kill the target that is already getting the Renata's debuff. So I'm not super worried about Renata's kill potential. More likely I'm worried about if she can be really assassin proof when I try to build her. This is why I see a lot of players trying to put a rough C on Renata. That doesn't really makes a lot of sense. Full Moon is pretty good, but then Full Moon is not as good as like Throne, because with Full Moon you can achieve the same thing. So your Renata can be assassin proof, but then you can't really you can't have the 30% chance you can just kill the assassin if they try to attack your Renata. So I still overall like Throne better than the Full Moon. So Breeze, I think it could be another point for Renenta. So if you're using Breeze Renenta, I think the objective may shift from try to be assassin proof. It could be more into like tank kill, because if you apply the special skill, the special debuff, then you're going to have a lot of increase in damage dealt. So maybe your Renenta can be strong enough to kill Landius if the debuff is not removed. So I think the idea of using Breeze on Renenta could be to try to snipe the tank instead of just being assassin. But the bad thing for Breeze build is that you are not going to be assassin proof in that case. You may still have double life, but it could be trouble to in the assassin. It could be you could have hard time to survive assassins if your opponent have longer legs with their assassins and jumps in and kills your Renata. Then she really cannot do much. Yeah. So this is overall how I feel about Renenta and how to use and build her. She can be an interesting assassin. She can be assassin proof, and she can also have the potential to try to kill the tank. So yeah, we will see about if we have like a lot of love with Renenta in global server, and see if people actually use her in Apex Arena in the playoff. Okay, so this is all about this video. If you have your special idea about how to build Renenta, feel free to share in the comments, and we will see if we have other like unique idea on her. Peace.